MMAfighting.com, and I'm joined by Myles Price, who takes on Peter Queally in the co-main event of Bellator 217 on Saturday night at the Free Arena. Myles, the second time I'm speaking to you this week. You're in the same room as Peter Queally now. People are talking about how much there's kind of a rivalry here. Has it been weird at all being around them during fight week here?
Hey, Peter, pleasure as always.
Absolutely.
No. It feels normal, to be honest, because I've mentally prepared myself for all of this, and it just feels like a normal competition, to be honest with you. You know, like at the end of the day, it makes no difference if he's right in front of me, or we're in a cage, or off doing media stuff. It makes no difference. You know, it needs to play out the way it needs to play out, and that's it.
You seem very calm. Yeah, I always am blown away by how calm you are ahead of fights. What is that? Like, you focus on that ahead of fight week? Like, I'm just going to keep my composure here the whole time, or is this just naturally how you are?
This is kind of naturally how I am. Like, I feel like that, especially coming up to a good performance, I'm very much like this, you know, and I feel like that just as an athlete, like I'm good at staying calm, I'm good at just accepting the process as what it is. I do have butterflies like anyone else. They fly in the right formation for me, you know what I mean? And I prepare myself mentally for that, you know, and it does help that I'm a little bit like that anyway, a calm kind of guy, you know, so yeah.
In terms of preparation, I mean, we spoke on Monday and you were like, look, I'll probably get booed. Everyone's probably going to boo me in here.
Yeah.
How do you prepare yourself for that? I've heard crazy things in the past of people training with boos on in the background on the sound system, stuff like that. Have you done any of that?
No, I just kind of muffle it out in my head. Like, I'm like going, when I visualise like the competition on the night, I just have this like boom, like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, I just have this like everything's background noise to me, you know what I mean, and that's it.
I was just talking to Peter and he was saying, you know, because of this fierce rivalry, he wants to strike with you. He wants to trade punches with you. And then when I was talking to most people about this fight, they think your best chances lie in the striking out against Peter. I mean, do you feel like he will come out there and strike with you, or do you think he's going to try and wrestle you like we've seen Norman Park and Kane usually?
I think he's a good wrestler, and I also think he's a great striker. So I feel like that he might come in here and actually strike me, yeah? And I feel like that if he does, you know, he has his strengths, he has his advantages, and it'd be naive of me to disregard those, you know? Like, that's why I am a dangerous striker, is because I don't go in there with this attitude that, oh, I'm going to smash this and do that. I'm prepared for any scenario with me at the baseline of this is what I'm going to fucking do. And I'm totally aware of what your strengths are in the striking department. So you use them, and I'll use them against you right back.
When you think about everything that's gone on in this fight, a win here would be huge. I mean, it would set you off into the stratosphere. Like, are you the type of guy who won't even consider that, don't even think about that stuff until the fight's over? Or have you kind of thought about, well, imagine if I get my hand raised here, what's it going to be like on Monday morning for Myles Price?
I think it's human nature to time travel, to think about the past and the future a lot, like everybody does that. But I like to bring myself back to the now a lot, because I feel like that's where you build yourself mentally, like, you know, is in the current moment. So I do fast forward and I do go to the past and all that stuff. So I feel like that mainly I want to stay here in the now. I want to enjoy the process, because that's when I'm happiest, that's when I'm calmest, and that's when I perform the best. So it is going to be big for me. But right now I'm here talking to Pedici for an interview for my fight on Saturday night, and that's it.
When you consider this fight, like, do you see opportunities to finish Queally, or do you think this most likely will go the distance? The two high level fighters here, right?
Yeah, it could go the distance, yeah. I think it could go the distance because he's tough and he's durable, isn't he? And so am I. So, like, two tough, durable guys are more than likely going to go the distance, and that's the way it is. But like, it doesn't mean that it's definitely going to play out that way.
What do you think of? Are you thinking about these face-offs and stuff? I know people are already talking about them, kind of building up, like what's going to happen when these two eventually come face to face. Everything's been very cordial, I must point out, until this point. But do you expect that to really kind of buzz up the card a bit, get the people talking?
Possibly, you know, like, I'm going off what he's doing in the sense that I'm just being me, and I'm going to stand up and I'm going to stare through him. I'm not into the whole pushing and slapping shit unless you get too hairy with me. Like, I'll just react to that, you know. So, like, I'll be true to myself. I'll be me, and but don't get too close kind of thing, because that's not on in my eyes.
Do you know if your AKA teammates, obviously you're a Team Rhino fighter as well, but do you know if the AKA guys over in America will be trying to tune into this one and see how it goes?
Oh yeah, they've all been messaging me and all that, and seeing how I am and seeing when it's on and all that crack, so they'll all be watching, yeah.
It does kind of feel like there's a continuation here, because even Peter just said, it does mean something to Conor, it does mean something to the guys after what happened in the lead up to 229.
Yeah.
Do you think on the same side, on the flip side of that, this means a lot to AKA and Team Rhino as well?
I think that it does mean something to AK and Team Rhino, but not as much as what it would their team. I think that they get very sensitive about things. I think they got a little bit oversensitive about my honest opinion about my past and my current situation, and they went straight on the defensive, anxious, kind of real bitter, direct shot back defensive, and I feel like that it's going to affect them a lot more than it is going to affect our team. We see it more as a job. It means a lot to us, the level of the competition and the fight, but it doesn't mean that we hold any bitterness towards or spitefulness towards the team. We want to see our own win, but that's about it.
Do you think there's a lot of pressure on Peter here? Because, obviously he's been fighting in South Africa, in Russia, now he's back in Ireland, and he's kind of said that you've betrayed Ireland. Do you feel like that's putting pressure on him to be the representative of Ireland here, and, if he doesn't win very well, people will be kind of deflated by that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more pressure on him than me, and I think that's pretty obvious to see,
Finally, I know I asked you would it go to distance already, but I mean, when you visualise this, how do you see it going? How do you see the fight panning out?
I just see me being very adaptable in every single situation in the fight. I see me landing long, hard strikes, pushing the pressure, be first, finish last, and wherever it may go, I will adapt and I will find a way to win when that cage door closes, and I'll stay calm, cool, collected in the heat of any pressure that's brought my way, because I'll be putting on the pressure and I'll meet it right in the middle.
Thank you so much, Myles.
Thank you, Petty, as always.
I promise to leave you alone for a few days now.
No, come on, I love it.